Alright everybody, how we doing today? Thanks for coming back in and checking out another video on another one of these crazy ass ARC builds that I just somehow get in my mind to do. I wanted to do something that was solely a tech base, and I thought, well, I can get tech just about anywhere and do it anywhere, and I thought, well, the best place to do it to me would be on the Extinction map. Okay, because I knew, this big inner city type area would be cool to do it in. Sort of, you see all these big, I guess at one time fabulous big structures that were built, and now they're kind of decaying and abandoned. So we would want something that would be sort of the new rising from the old. So here we go. But I appreciate everybody coming in and watching these. Be sure to throw me up a like, leave me a comment, would be much appreciated. So here we go. Here is the ultimate tech base and Dino pen. And I didn't want to put it on the ground. I mean, I wanted something a little different, so I built it up on what is considered above what is called Sanctuary Parkway on the Extinction map. And yes, it is big. I had a grandiose idea at one time when I first started this of doing something to where the actual base itself would be back in this middle section behind this wall, as I'm going to show you here. And I got started on it, and then I realized that the space and sheer expanse from here down to the ground was going to be too much to overcome, and I could have done it. As you can see the stacks of pillars, and I actually had some foundations put down for some of them, going from the ground up to the level of the base, and it would have been an insane amount of work and an insane amount of hours to pull that off. I could have done it, but I would have had to I bet you I would have used 1,000 tech pillars just to build the bottom of the actual base building, and then build up from there. So I abandoned that once I stood back and looked at the sheer space that I had and the amount of square footage I had to use for a Dino area, which is on this side, and then on the other side of the base up here I have behemoth tech gates on both ends, front and back. So in case I come down the hill, you might say, well, why don't you just have one up front, one in the back? Because if I had one, let's say, over on the far side, then how am I going to get my dinos over to the other side of the pen? So that's why I decided to put in 2 on each end. And down outside this gate entrance down here on either side, because, well, it just seemed like the right thing to do. I have a tech teleporter on each side. You can see the other one over there. Okay? And I decided to put tech turrets up on little platforms on either side of the gate on top of the wall. So I've got 2 there and 2 on the other side, and then I have the same thing for the front tech gates. And here's, we got like the little, you can see right down to the bottom through the sort of like the glass, which is kind of a neat little feature. And then we have tech troughs. I just kind of got them spaced out. There's no food or anything in them. Everything's powered up. It's ready to go. But the don't have any dinos in here, so there's no need in putting food in them. Okay, here we got our another trough up here. We have maybe something small up here, some wolves or what have you. And I was like, well, back here, the dinos can protect themselves. At least in theory, they should be able to if anything came in from above. There really isn't going to be anything that would come from either side because, well, we're up on this big high bridge, so I don't really have to worry about that. Anything would pretty much be an aerial assault, but I didn't want to have to worry too much about the base, so I decided to put this tech force field in. And I had never used one before. I'd never seen one. I thought, well, let's try it out, give it a look. And it is kind of a neat thing, and where I put it here in this middle section over between the twin arch roofs, it It puts up the nice force field, the shield, the protective bubble. And I had never used these slanted tech roofs before. And I love the look at it, the look of them, excuse me. And I think it really turned out nice. And I didn't want just one giant big arch section. So I decided to build the 2 platforms down the middle, the ceilings, and then put a twin since the building itself is so wide. And of course we always have a trusty bird at hand. This one is Sally. Hello Sally, how are you? She's like, leave me alone, it's too early for this. Psycho, my normal bird, is over on the Valguero map. So I decided just to leave her over there. And I had Sally, what map did I have you on? Oh, that's right, we were over on Primitive Plus. So we just uploaded you and brought you over here to use for this side, or this particular map. Okay, and these are something new that came in what was called the Homestead addition to the map. Basically I brought some new building stuff, some of it really nice, and these are called just basic tech lights. You can put them on the ground, you can put them up on the ceiling, or you can put them on the wall. And I thought they were kind of neat, you know, and believe it or not, they do throw off a fair amount of light. And when I was putting the lights up outside, I was like, well, I wonder if this will light it up at night. And then I remembered later on, after I had all the lights up, there is no night on Extinction. Supposedly this map is sort of like gridlocked, or basically the planet has stopped revolving around the sun. So it's always daytime. It can be 3 a.m. It's sunny as it is at noontime. Okay, but anyway. Now here is the inside of our base. As you can see, it's very large. All of my base buildings I build, so maybe this has some kind of little smaller or maybe a medium-sized structure. Now it never ends up that way. They always get big. And anyway, I wanted a way to have a look outside. Now this little platform up here, it is warm on the Extinction map. It's showing 95 degrees outside. So I have an air conditioner up there, and then on the opposite corner over there, you can see that platform up on the wall. That's the second air conditioner. And I decided to have 2. I don't know if it really makes a huge difference or anything, but I figured, well, it's such a big space, so we'll have 2. Now let's go outside. This is sort of like the deck or patio area, I guess you could say. There's one for each side up here. And of course that's where we saw from up above with the tech force field. And we have a nice little railed area. We don't want to accidentally be up here and not pay attention and then fall over the side. That wouldn't be too good. Now this is something else here that they added in with the Homestead expansion. And these are the tech storage containers. No more of them crappy old wooden storage, you know, cabinets or whatever. These have, each of them holds one particular commodity. See, like you got black pearl, I've got polymer, metal ingots, silk. Try to have a little bit of everything, at least, you know, all the stuff that you're really going to use. I even have propellant down here. I don't know if I'll really use it, but hey, what the heck. And each of these, of course you can see they are stackable. They're very nice. When I first saw them, I had seen a fellow streamer and a very, very close friend of ours, Jags. If you have not checked out Jags, you're really missing out on a special channel. Look him up on YouTube. Capital J, capital A, capital double G, small Z. And just look for that and you'll find him. He's a late night streamer. He lives out on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast of the U.S. And he does all kinds of great stuff. He's doing a series on The Witcher 3 right now, which is really good. I'm doing that also on my channel. I don't proclaim to be as good as him because I'm not. But anyway, but like I was saying about these tech cabinets, they are really neat. They're stackable, and you know, if let's say you come in and you got a bunch of obsidian on you, all you got to do is see right here, deposit all. You just click that. Now see, it says 0 items transferred at the top because I don't have any on me. That way you don't have to worry about clicking, access inventory, and moving stacks over, anything like that. It's automatic. All right. And then I have another set of them back here. which is for all the leftover tech building stuff that I had. You know, we got our ladders, we got some tech troughs. I've even got another tech replicator in there. But those are just various structures, things, in case I want to add something or I need to put another section of walls or whatever. I've got it all right here. And what appropriate tech base is not complete without your own tech replicator. I don't know if you notice up on the archway to the right, there is like a sort of like built up section towards the back. That's because this thing is so massive and so tall, it actually clipped through the roof, so I had to kind of add that on there. But we'll turn you on. There we go. When I first saw that and I saw the animation, the effect for it, I was like, that's really neat. But anybody that knows anything about the tech replicator, it sort of acts like a fabricator on steroids. But you know how that'll be. And of course I had to make one concession. I didn't really want to put this in here, but I had to have a way to cook some food, so I got one grill. There is actually some other tech items which are not available on console yet. Hopefully they will be soon. There is a tech forge, tech chemistry bench, a tech cooker, and there is also a tech refrigerator, which I saw a picture of it online and it looks really neat, but you can't get it on console, and that sucks. But we can always look to the future. And then we have out here, I made this sole concession. This has got things in it. It's got my paint sprayer, some paint brushes, some dyes, and just some other little knicky-knack stuff, some extra weapon skins, things like that. And I thought, well, we'll just stick it over here in the corner. It's kind of out of the way, you know, not really noticeable. And instead of the regular bed, you know, that old crappy old bed that looks like somebody died on, or the bunk bed, these are the tech sleeping pods. And they have a real neat animation to them. In fact, let's get out of this fly mode, and I will show you how that works. I thought, well, I mean, you know, it's just, what does it do? It's just, you know, you click on it and you just kind of lay there. No, it's actually a full animation. Oh, no. Okay. That one doesn't seem to want to cooperate. This is the one I laid. Well, please tell me it's not going to be buggy or glitchy. I hope not. Yeah, well, it's supposed to give you pull up an option to lay on it, and basically your character will lay on it. Although I was kind of disappointed. There's no mat in here, no cushion, no mattress or anything. You just lay on that old cold hard metal, but it is what it is. But when you lay on it and then the top will come down, you hear like a clicking sound, I guess, where it like snaps into place. I thought, well, you know, that's kind of neat, sort of like something you would see like out of the Aliens movie on the Nostromos. You know, where they lay them things, you know, when the lid comes down, it sort of like seals them in there. But I really enjoyed building this base. It was very time consuming. Oh, we forgot one other thing over here. Let's go take a look at this. These are the tech cryo fridge. And what you do is you'll have cryo pods, and you can actually put dinos that you want to keep in the cryo pods, and then you store them in here, and that keeps them alive. And then you could actually carry them on your person. Let's say you're going to go to an area and you think you're going to have a big battle, but you don't want to actually drag them with you. You know, have them following you around, you know, T-Rex or Carnos or whatever you got. You can actually carry them on you, and then whenever you want to deploy them, you just equip your cryopod, and then it'll just boom, pop them right out for you. And then you can pick them back up and store them right back and put them back in your pocket, so to speak. And another thing I really wasn't a big fan of is these tech windows, because if it's down here, it's like, I don't know, it's like, to me, maybe it's like because I'm a tall person and I think tall, it's like it's too low, like you have to kind of scrunch down to look out the window, and that one wound up being too high. So I'm not a big fan of that. I wish they would have had something that was a little bit bigger and wider, and it would go into the lower part of this panel if you wanted it. Maybe you could put it in the lower half or upper half, just depending on what you got going as far as your personal preference or your base design. But this is my tech base. A lot of work, a lot of headaches, a lot of bad words were said while building this, and but I had fun. I wanted to try something big and massive, and I hope everybody likes it. Like I said, please leave me a like, leave me a comment if you like it, if you don't like it, you know, or like I always say, if you want to see me do something. I've got another idea for a base that I'm going to start working on the Valguero map. Maybe today I will get that started, and it's going to be something very different, something special, and I just got to figure out how the actual technicalities, the physics, and the game mechanics will work to make it a reality. But everybody, thank you for watching. Appreciate all your support. Please throw me up a like. Please hit the subscribe button. Everybody have a good day, and we will talk to y'all later on.